Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another week's reflection, the second week of Advent, as we prepare our hearts and our homes and our lives for the Christmas season. Hope that you're well and enjoying some of the summer heat. And another shout out to all our farmers and all those who support them during this time of year. It's quite stressful with severe wind and other things going on, so all the best, you guys and gals, and we trust it'll be a good season for you. In this week's Gospel, I love this section because it's the very first few words of Mark's Gospel, which was the first Gospel that was written. It comes after Matthew because they thought Matthew was written first, but in fact during the 20th century scholars worked out that Mark's Gospel could be read 45 minutes in the Greek. It was short, to the point, sharp, bang, bang, bang. But it starts out with I'm going to paraphrase it because it's different in every Bible translation. This is where the good news starts. The good news of Jesus, the Messiah, God's Son. It's kind of as simple and as complicated as that. There's so much in this reading, and I think simply the passage focuses on John the Baptist, who is offering two things to God's people. The first is a promise that in relationship with God there is freedom. So this echoes the great Exodus story of the Old Testament. The second is a warning. Are you ready for something new? How wonderful. A promise and a warning. But it's all full of hope. It's just full of hope. How fantastic. The promise around the Exodus was that God would live personally with God's people. This was the promise, that God would come to earth, that would stoop to the mess and the dirt and the sweat and the toil and the tears and the laughter and the celebration of human life on this planet. I will be their God and they will be my people. It's a fantastic promise. And so John is sending a message that the one that we have been waiting for has arrived. And you'll notice in Mark, there's no birth narrative, no angels, no flowery stuff. It's just, there is someone coming. Are you ready for something new? I was talking with a friend during the week around expectations. And I realized that I would like to be more free from the expectations that I place on myself, let alone the expectations that I perceive others to have of me. It is both a promise, or in a sense a motivation to get things done, but also I can be weighed down by wondering whether I'm doing what I should be doing, wondering whether I'm doing the right thing, etc., and blah, blah, blah. And I've just got off my bike, actually. Had a beautiful morning riding on my bike, and the lovely thing about riding my bike, it's about self-propulsion. And this reality that in order to go anywhere, you've kind of got to move. And I think that's the point of this gospel message, that we can wait for God, we can expect the Holy Spirit to pick us up and move us in a great power or act of God. But I think it's more like move, get ready, prepare, so that God can meet us somewhere on the way. As I said before, relationship with God is all about freedom, which should lead to joy. Of course, you and I know that this freedom comes with responsibility. And I guess it takes us a lifetime of relationship with God and searching the depths of our hearts and our minds to find out what that means to us and how it works in our lives. So, in this week of Advent, I hope that you can grasp onto a promise of God that is important to you. Prepare yourself, as it were, for something new this Christmas as we move towards God and as God moves toward us. I wish you every blessing. I'll see you next week.